So I've been getting asked about Substance 3D Modeler a lot lately, and I honestly just want to pop on a video and kind of show what it is real quick. This is going to be a really informal video, and first and foremost, it's basically a voxel sculpting software that you can use both in virtual reality and in desktop. Very similar to Oculus Medium, which it actually happens to be a successor of. I could go into a lot of little nitty gritty things and little details and stuff, but basically what I like about virtual reality sculpting, especially with the software modeler, is that it's really immersive, and I kind of lose track of time while I'm in it. And I might only spend an hour, but it feels like I've been in there for hours just getting work done and enjoying it. And it's super good for like quick blockouts, and it feels as close as you can get to maybe a clay experience, and because you're kind of in the space, right, and you're able to place pieces of clay essentially where you want them. But the surfacing tools aren't quite as good as they would be in ZBrush. ZBrush definitely has a leg up there, but ZBrush just doesn't have the VR, at least yet. Maybe, who knows what they'll do, but I can only imagine the ZBrush UI in VR. It would be cluttered and difficult to use. That being said, Modeler's UI is really minimalistic, and it really helps you kind of just get into a flow. I think using the move brush in 3D space is pretty phenomenal, specifically because you can just grab a point and pull it to another point in 3D space around a circle or around someone's head or around a shoulder or an arm, and you don't really have to worry about the move brush the way you would in a flat sculpting software like ZBrush. And one thing I've been doing a lot lately and been experimenting with and has been working for me has been making hair for miniatures in Modeler. I might even sculpt the whole miniature in ZBrush. I might even pose it in ZBrush, but I will almost always at this point now come back to Modeler to at least do the hair, because I can just get so much gesture and flow in it. I can place a stamp and just grab it and tweak it. I've actually been calling this workflow the taffy method, because it's just like pulling taffy. You ever see those videos of candy where they're just like pulling the taffy or candy in this kind of figure eight or something, and everything's stretching with it and maintaining some of the detail or the color, but it's still stretching and kind of creating a larger mass? That is basically what I do with hair in Modeler, and I'm sure I'm putting up some footage of that right now. And I might even put some footage up of the desktop mode. I don't think the desktop mode is quite as intuitive or as capable as the VR mode. I personally think it's just VR first in my opinion, but the desktop still has its own advantages. I haven't used it a tremendous amount because I just personally prefer being in the virtual reality version of Modeler or mode. But yeah, overall, Modeler has been awesome, and I kind of just want to show off some cool work that I've seen people do in Modeler, because I want to see more people using Modeler that could do some pretty cool stuff in VR, and I want to see it happen. And yeah, I'll probably show you some things from like GeoKnockPill and other people that have like publicly posted their work. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you try Modeler. I want to make sure and do some tutorials, especially for the hair stuff, because I think a few people have found that useful, and I think it'll just be useful for people in general to be able to experiment with. Cheers!